Good morning, guys. So today I want to talk about something that is affecting us currently, fire. So we're having a lot of fires in our area, lots of smoke, hard time breathing when you're outside and working. And so I wanted to talk a bit about fire preparedness and what you have to do when you live on a homestead or in a wooded area and how to prepare best for that. As you can see behind me, there is smoke in the air. Therefore, we got to figure out how best to protect ourselves, how to plan for escape for us, for the animals, and what you need to do if you have that threat in your area. The air quality index here in Sandpoint, which is a local town to us, has been 192 on Monday, and Tuesday it was 162, both of which are an unhealthy range for people. Wednesday and Thursday, it's putting it in the unhealthy for sensitive people. So the quality is getting a little bit better. We've been praying for some rain. If we can get that rain, hopefully that will take some of that smoke out of the air. But until these wildfires are contained, I believe that we're going to continue to have this for a bit. So for short term, work outside is at a standstill pretty much. We are just doing the animal watering and feeding as needed for them. We will continue to hunker down until it's a little bit safer for us to breathe. I want to note that it's also important to have N95 masks to protect your lungs from particles in the air. If you are in an area that has a lot of fires and you're going to be out in that air. So part of our prepping is also filling up the water, making sure everything's full. So I'm going to start the generator and we'll show you how that process works as well. So that is hooked into this pump, and then we drain the back of the truck with this pump system. Right now that pump system is being used to water the garden. We're using up as much of the water that we need to do what we need to do as far as taking care of the animals and as far as taking care of the garden. Then we will make a trip to a nearby town where we will fill that 1,000-gallon tank all the way up, fill our water tanks for the garden, and possibly even the pool, depending on time. That way you have water on your property, on your land, so that if the fire gets close to you, that you can potentially water down the area and make sure that that fire doesn't come close. Ideally, we would want to clear all of this excess brush around the property and trees, and eventually that's something that will happen. But for right now, that's not a possibility. We got to do what we got to do to prepare in case the fires get closer to us. With the wind and everything that's going on, it can accelerate the fire, as you well know. While your and your family's safety is paramount, things that you can do to prepare in case of an evacuation: get water. Make sure you have plenty of water at your location so that way if a fire is coming close, you can spray down the area. Making sure that there's a fire break around your house or buildings. Make sure you have trailers ready and hitches ready so that you could hook up and take off if need be. An emergency evacuation plan for your animals. With your bug out bag, you also want to make sure that you grab any important documents, medications that you may need to be taking, etc. You should also have 3 days supply of non-perishable foods, and also you should have 3 gallons of water for each member of your family. It's also very important that you communicate with your family members on evacuation routes. And if you should get separated, you should have a meeting point so that you can find every member of your family. So the pump that I just showed you guys goes into this 200-gallon tank. You open the top of this, and as you drop that pump down in there, then you can put that water from a hose into that big 1,000-gallon tank that I was showing you guys. So what about the animals, you may ask? What do we do with the animals when you have this fire danger close to your property? For us, we have a horse trailer that can be used in emergency to move any of the animals that we need to move to get them to safety. Currently, we have chickens, dogs, cats, goats, rabbits, and pigs. We could be a bit like Noah's Ark if we had to and fit them all in on that horse trailer. I also forgot ducks. We have ducks as well. So lately we've had to postpone some activities around the farm just because the smoke is so bad. And from earlier today, the smoke has increased significantly. So the wind must be pushing it our way. I'm going to show you guys behind me the difference between just a little bit ago and now. You can barely see the mountain, and it's significantly stronger. It's really hard to breathe. So we got to get some water. We're going to go do that now, and we'll take you along. So this is the place that we come to get some water. That's Heather from 'Cause We Can Farms right there, but this is the process that we've done on that channel as well. Ready? Let it roll. So we've already filled this tank up most of the way, and now we're doing the alternate tanks that we have, which are mostly for gardening, which are these tanks here, these IBC totes, and then we have a couple down in the garden. So once we can get these all filled up, then we are full of water and ready to go in case a fire comes close to our area. The next part of the process is getting our bags ready in case we have to leave in a hurry. So having a bug out bag, which has medicines in it, clothing, a change of clothes, anything that's important, like your important papers, etc., so that way if there is an evacuation notice, you have your stuff ready. That way you can hit the truck and head on out. So the local news said 8,000 acres have been burned in Washington as of Wednesday. The other fires that are close to our area are at least 15 miles away or more. So we are safe at this time. I don't want to alarm anyone. I just want you guys to think about fire preparedness. So when you're living in an area that gets wildfires, it's always a good plan to have in place, even in a city. But this is specifically about wildland fires and forest fires in an area where you may live. This is just what we do to prepare up here on the mountain. I hope you think about how best to prepare in your area. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. I really greatly appreciate you guys and your support and following my journey. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It does help the channel, and that way you can follow any upcoming videos. You guys have a wonderful week. Stay blessed.
Outside my window is everything pale and cold. Can't seem to pick up my phone. It's been ringing all day long. Behind these clouds, I know the sun will be, but today's raining.